Welcome to my channel, 365 Blend Bytes. Today, we will create an employee duty roster dynamically, ensuring that shift timings and rotational week-offs are automatically populated. Additionally, we will incorporate dynamic formulas to capture day name and dates, and shift timings, etc. We will also apply conditional formatting to highlight key indicators and enhance readability. Watch how a horizontal drag automatically sets up shift timings based on the selected shift and configures week-offs, all without needing any manual adjustments. Let's begin. To save time, we have this sample employee data pre-filled, along with pre-adjusted column widths and row heights for the specific columns where details will be entered. Start by selecting cells A1 to C1, then merge and center them. In the merge cell, type Employee Duty Roster 24/7. Increase the font size to 18. And choose Dagger Square as the font. Next, select A2 and B2, then click Merge and Center. Type the text year. In cell C2, use this formula to retrieve the current year. Press Enter. The displayed value will be 2025. Select both cells. And adjust the font size to 20. And set the font to Dagger Square. Select A3 to C3. Choose Merge and Center. And enter the text key indicators. Set the font size to 14. And font to Dagger Square. Next, select B4 to C4, then choose Merge and Center. Keep these cells highlighted, select Format Painter, and apply the formatting to this data range as well. In B4, type Week Off. In B5, type New Month. In B6, type today's date. These serve as key indicators for the duty roster. Select these texts. Set the font size to 16. And apply bold formatting. Also, bold the key indicators text. Each employee will have 2 rows assigned, one for in-time and another for out-time. Select A8 and A9, then click Merge and Center. Do the same for the employee's name. And shift as well. Now select the merged cells. And select Format Painter, then apply this format for all employees' data range. Additional blank rows are included for future data entries. In cell D7, enter 1st Jan 2025. You can adjust the date as needed based on your preferences. Select D7, hold Ctrl and Shift, then press the right arrow key to highlight the entire row. Open the Format Cells dialog, navigate to More Number Formats. Choose a custom format and enter this format. Click OK. Now, date will be displayed in short desired format, optimizing column width usage. In cell D6, use this formula to return the day name in a 3-letter format based on the date in cell D7. Press Enter. For 1st Jan 2025, the result will be Wednesday. Select both cells, then drag the formula horizontally to extend it, as desired. In this tutorial, we will extend it up to the 31st of March, 2025. Next, go to column C, select this data range. Navigate to Data tab. And click on Data Validation, and select Data Validation. From Validation Criteria choose List and enter the following values. Shift 1, Shift 2, Shift 3. Press OK. This creates a drop-down list for selecting shifts. Next, in cell D8, use this formula to assign in shift timings based on the selected shift in C8. The formula will also automatically assign rotational week-offs, ensuring that every 7th day is a week-off based on a 6-day working cycle. Each shift will be 8 hours long, starting from midnight, 12 a.m. Press Enter. In cell D9, use this formula to determine the out time based on the selected shift in cell C8. Press Enter. Now, let's select Shift 1. As you can see, the cell is currently in a general format. We need to change it to a time format to display the time correctly in AM/PM format. Select the range D8 to D29, hold Ctrl and Shift, then press the right arrow key to highlight the entire range. Under the Home tab, in Number Group click on Drop-down. Select More Number Formats. Then choose Custom and use this time format type. Then hit OK. Now we have the right time format available. For Shift 1, the in time will be midnight and the out time will be 8 in the morning. Next, select both cells and drag the formulas horizontally and vertically to populate all cells. Now, the duty roster for the first employee is generated based on the selected shift. Also, WO is automatically assigned as a week off after every 6 working days. For the second employee, selecting Shift 2 will set the timing from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., while selecting Shift 3 for another employee will set it from 4 p.m. to 12 a.m. Along with this, automatic rotational week-offs will be included, eliminating the need for any manual adjustments. To track weekly offs, merge and center A30 to C30. Then type total week-offs per day. In cell D30, use this formula to count the number of WO values within the data range. Press Enter. The formula counts occurrences of WO and divides by 2 to avoid duplication from in-time and out-time entries. Drag the formula horizontally to extend calculations for the entire data range. Now that we have completed the formulas and basic setup, let's move on to formatting. Select this cell range to create the header for January month, and click on Merge and Center. While keeping the selection active, click on Format Painter, and apply the same formatting to the cell range for February. Repeat this process for March and continue for additional months as needed. Select the first merged cell range, press and hold Ctrl and Shift key, then press the right arrow key to highlight the entire section. In the number group, open More Number Formats, then select Custom. In the Type section, use this format to display the full month name along with the year. Hit OK. Next, set the font size to 72. And choose Dagger Square for consistency. Now for the month, type 1/1/2025 and press Enter. The format will automatically display it as January 2025. Similarly, update the following months by changing January to the next month, such as February and March. Go to the Page Layout tab. Under the Themes group, click on Effects and select Glossy. Then, go to Colors and choose Paper. Now proceed to the title. Go to the Home tab and select the Fill Color option. Choose Lavender Accent 5 Darker 50%. For the font color, select White. Next, select this portion of text and change the font color to red to differentiate it while maintaining the texture and ensuring a presentable appearance. Next, select this data range. Apply the same fill color, Lavender 50% darker, and set the font color to white. Now select this data range. Apply the same fill color, Lavender 50% darker, and set the text color to white. For the date data range, select the specified row data and click Bold to make the dates more prominent. Increase the font size to 10. Next, highlight the data range for the total week off per day. Apply same font color and make the text bold. Hold the Control key and select these multiple data ranges. Then, go to the font options and choose Lavender, 50% darker for the text color. For year, set the text color to red. Select this data range and apply bold formatting. Next, select cell A4, which will display the color indicator. From the Fill option, choose Lavender Accent 5 Darker 25%. This will indicate the week off. Select cell A5 and apply green fill color to represent the new month as the key indicator. Similarly, for today's date, select cell A6, go to the Fill option, and choose red. Select cells D8 and D9, then press Ctrl Shift and right arrow to highlight the entire data range for the first employee. Go to the Border options and choose Thick Outside Border. Use the Format Painter to apply the same formatting to the remaining employee time schedules. Now select cells D6 and D7. Press and hold Ctrl and Shift, then press the right arrow key to highlight the entire day and date range. Keep the first selected data highlighted and hold the Control key to select additional datasets. Select the third set of data as well. Go to the Format group and under the Borders option, select Line Style as double line. Again go to Border option and set the line color to white. return to the border section and select all borders. Apply same border to title as well. Next, select this data range. Then go to border option and this time, choose the line color as lavender darker 50%. And apply it to all borders. Next, move to Conditional Formatting. Select this data range. Click on Conditional Formatting. And create a new rule. Choose the option to use a formula to determine which cell to format. Enter this formula to highlight the first day of each month. Click on the Format option. Set the font color to white. And under Fill, choose Green Fill Color, which is already set in the key indicator. Click OK to apply the rule. Now, the first date of each month will be highlighted, helping in identifying the beginning of a new month while scrolling through large datasets. Next, select the date and day data range. Click on Conditional Formatting and create a new rule. Again, choose the option to use a formula to determine which cell to format. Enter this formula to highlight today's date. Click Format, set the fill color to red as per the key indicator. And set the font color to white. Click OK to apply the rule. Scrolling through the dataset will now highlight the current date, making it easier to identify the present day. Now, select this data range. Then navigate to Conditional Formatting, and click on Highlight Cell Rules, then choose text that contains. Type WO, which represents week off. Click the drop-down and select Custom Format. Set the font color to white. And choose lavender darker 25% as the fill color, which is already defined in the key indicator. Click OK to apply. The week-offs will now be highlighted in sequence. To further segregate the data, select each month. Then go to Border option. Choose line color as red. And apply a thick outside border to clearly separate each month. Apply the same process for subsequent months. Apply yellow fill to key indicators cell. Also make this text bold. Next, click on this cell. Then navigate to the View tab. Choose Freeze Panes, and click on Freeze Panes again. This will allow you to scroll roster while keeping the necessary rows and columns visible. Uncheck the Grid Lines option to give the sheet a polished and professional appearance. If a new employee needs to be added, ensure that the last two rows remain blank. Select the last two rows, right-click, and choose Insert. This will add 2 additional rows. Use the Format Painter to apply the formatting from the previous employee data to the newly added rows. Now, enter the details for employee 11. Select Shift 2 from the drop-down menu. The data validation is already applied to the newly added rows. And the total for week-offs also includes the newly added row, ensuring the formulas and validations remain intact without manual adjustments. Now, if a new employee joins on Thursday, January 9th, simply drag this employee data downwards. The shift will automatically be assigned based on the Shift 2 selection in column C for employee 11, which corresponds to the 8 to 4 shift. Dragging the data horizontally will align all the week-offs automatically without requiring manual adjustments. This ensures synchronization and a structured format. Expanding the data horizontally for April will seamlessly align all duty roster shift timings, along with conditional formatting and week-offs, eliminating the need for manual adjustments. This ensures perfect synchronization, a visually structured layout, and an effortlessly managed schedule. This completes the tutorial. Please like, share, and subscribe to support the creation of more informative and engaging content. Thank you for watching and see you in the next tutorial.